Just waiting for all the platforms to start streaming. LinkedIn, we are here. YouTube through two. Okay. 2026 is in the corner. The holiday seasons have started. Welcome to episode number 52. I was not so sure what is it that I want to talk about today. All I wanted to make sure is that there is something powerful that I'm able to create. So while discussing the whole idea, I figured out 2026 is coming in and the world has changed a lot ever since I started learning communication skills. So why not really sit down and break down the most powerful ways in which you can excel and upgrade your communication skills? As discussed, we were working on the 30-day challenge, which is a part of the live cohort. And as a part of that, what we did is we upgraded the 30 days and turned it into 8 week, 10-week program. Now, the purpose of turning it to a 10-week program is we divided it into three phases that included the the phase of the phase of preparation or the warm up, and then the actual training phase, and then the third phase, which is more of leadership and building things up. So I realized, okay, if anybody asks me how much time does it take for me, Suryadeep, to accelerate my public speaking skill, like I'm literally starting from zero, and I want to really accelerate and move far ahead in 30 days than what you did in 7 years. So I was thinking about this question. A lot of people keep asking me this question over and over again. So I felt, let me compile all of the best practices that I have personally implemented, combining it with AI, combining it with what works best, something that I practice day in and day out, and bring that together today in this particular live. So I have just made a list of points. I don't have any notes as such with me, but one thing I can promise you is if you stay till the end, it's not going to be that difficult to talk to all these people whenever you're on the road or on the streets. And the only way you can improve your communication skills, speaking skills, is if you speak to more and more people. Now, even before we get into any of those points, I want to let you know, think about it. Let's look at the other side of the picture for one moment. Someone walks up to you, okay? Let's just say you're walking down the road towards a mall or something, whatever it is, and someone walks up to you. Let's just say I only walk up to you and I tell you, yeah, hi, excuse me, good afternoon. You don't know me yet. I'm a complete stranger. Is it okay if I can share something with you? Like, just wanted to share something that I just felt like sharing. Is that okay? And what is going to be a reaction? No, okay, startled, but my tonality, is it going to make you feel slightly trustworthy? Yes. I really love the dress that you're wearing. It's like, there are so many people here, but my eyes were just gazed at you. And so I just wanted to let you know that you're looking absolutely ravishing, gorgeous, stunning today. You have a great rest of the day ahead. Take care. And I walk off. How is that going to make you feel? There's no way that you're going to feel weird. You have to feel something special, something different. Now, I thought initially this is just an experiment. Only when I started doing it while I was in Bangalore during my internship year, that one year, the COVID had just, the phase one had just ended. And I was in that phase where we are not allowed to go outside as such, but I would wear my masks and I'd still go to parks, I'd still go to malls, I'll still go for my bhajans and all. And while I would see a lot of people, if anyone I felt attracted to, majorly women, because I had fear of speaking with women, I would walk up and I would just appreciate them and just walk away. Now that led me to making quite a few friends, quite a few dates as well. But that is a practice that stays with me right to this date. And in today's uh, live, I just want you to have that intention that you are going to make someone's day better. That's it. Nothing more. You are going to take every single conversation as the most special conversation that you've ever had. Let's face it, most of the people we meet, we don't get to meet them that very often, do we? Whether it's a delivery agent we speak to who's delivering groceries or any of those food delivery apps, whether we go to a mall and talking to people, whether it is The there are only a few set of people we get to meet every day. So why not make it a habit to meet as many people as possible, considering that we are going to meet them for the first time and the last time, and make it very memorable for them, knowing that if the same would happen to us, we would feel really, really amazing and magical. So that is what today's live is all about. So the first challenge, and I'm going to go every single thing one by one, tell you what the challenges are about, what you need to do, and then the 30-day challenge. Okay, that's the sequence for today's live. Okay, the first is called as the video message challenge. Now, this was introduced to me by a very nice sports anchor. She runs her own community. I had an opportunity to be a part of her community, and the first exercise that she guides us is uh, every single day for the next 10 days, whoever you're going to speak to, you are just going to send video messages as replies. If someone is asking you, hey, how's it going? Instead of just typing all good, you just need to take your phone out, turn on the video, and like, everything is going really good. Been thinking about you. Thanks for checking in. How's it going? And then send it back. This one activity itself, when I started doing it, it literally doubled my sales over a month. Doubled, imagine. So take that as a challenge for the next 30 days. Instead of sending voice notes, instead of sending text, just send a video, a personalized video, irrespective of whatever people are asking you through in social media. Even in DMs, try to do it. A short message always works like magic. The second exercise, this is called as the vocal conversation challenge with ChatGPT. And I love this. So you've been talking to AI some way or the other, right? Either asking AI to draft you a mail or correct something and all. But I want to take it to the next level. I want you to use AI as your sparring partner. Now, most of the AI devices these days have some form of a voice feature, but the most prominent ones that I love is Google AI Studio. That's a very big one. And you can also use ChatGPT voice feature. So just before you start hitting the voice button and start speaking, just set some context that, hey, I want you to be my friend and I just want to have an interaction with you. You can also add other contexts, like you're a complete stranger who's a beautiful looking girl I just saw across the street, and I want to practice walking up to you and talking. So you're going to be the girl who is just walking down the street. That's it. Shall we start the conversation? ChatGPT will give you a thumbs up, hit the voice note, and just start the conversation. So this, if you do 10 minutes per day, your ability to rehearse improves. And obviously, in real life, you're actually meeting people, so you'll get to speak to them. Try it out for the next 30 days. The third challenge, this is one of my favorite ones. It's called the Learn, Do, and Teach Challenge. Now, I mentioned in some of the previous lives that I'm a part of 66 communities. At the same time, I've also read close to 150 books during my internship days. I'm starting the reading habit right now as we speak. As I learn something, the only way that I ask myself is, oh, okay, I've learned this. Now, how can I implement this? So probably I sit down with AI and implement it, or maybe I'm researching and implementing it, or I'm actually putting the stuff out in form of my content and implementing it. Whatever it is that I'm doing, again, I'm learning, doing it. When I'm doing it, I'm getting to understand the nitty-gritties of it because I'm actually doing it. So now, after doing, when you teach it, when you create a how-to video, it could be something as simple as how to create an email ID step by step. That can be a proper tutorial video, something that I will be starting very, very soon, once all the content flywheel and everything is sorted. So how-to videos, people in this world are always asking for how-tos. And when you create those videos and put up, for people, it becomes so easy for them to understand you, because they're going to see you do it and then they're going to do it. Of course, on YouTube, there are quite a few such videos, but let's face it, there are so many times when we try to find an answer, but we were not able to. So it's important to get started with that. That's again a very, very interesting technique that you can use. It's not something that needs to be very, very big. It could be something very, very simple. For example, today, if I didn't have any content, I can just create a how-to video on what are you going to do if you don't have any content to record? How do you ideate? How do you sit down with AI, craft it out, and then put stuff out? And what's even more interesting is if you can do both the varieties of it. Let's face it, if you're a parent, you've tried to teach your children. If you're a mid-career working professional, you've been trying to teach your subordinates. If you're a founder, CEO, business owner, coach, whatever it is, you would want the people who's working with you to know how you do what you do. So this technique works like magic. And here's another extra challenge, if I can put it across. Can you do it in 60 seconds and 30 minutes? 60 seconds, because you will just give an overview or just a sneak peek or a teaser. 30 minutes is when you dive deep into that how, step by step process. The fourth challenge, this one is a very easy one, but slightly difficult to implement. It's called the story challenge. So I was there in one of the seminars that I attended this year in the month of August, and one of my colleagues, he asked me a question like, "How are you this good at speaking, and how can I also learn the same?" And I just told him a very very simple thing that, okay, can you record a voice note, a video note every single day for the next 90 days? Now he did it for more than 100 days, and he said his life is never the same. What is a story note? A story note is, you have platforms like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Just record a short 30-second video, 60-second video that talks about how was your day. What did you wake up? What did you do? What did you learn? Just keep giving your updates to people, and you'll be blown away how much people are attentive about you, and they will start reaching out to you. So it's crazy how it works. It's a challenge that I'm right now starting out with, and it's something that I plan to continue. So let's see how that's going to go. And of course, I'll let you know about the update as well, but a beautiful exercise that works like magic. Fifth one, this is a very, very interesting one. Distraction challenge. Now, let's face it, even though I started out this brand new 90-day challenge, today's episode number 52, I don't feel very happy about it. At this point of me doing this live, it's a Saturday. A Saturday is usually one of the busiest days of the week, because this is a day when I record a podcast with my brother, whether it's available or not available. I record a podcast with Yogeshwari. I have to upload all those videos. I have my elder brother Bharat. He does we do a cross mentoring to each other. And even, in fact, now today at 5 o'clock there is a mentoring session with him. I'm not sure how that's going to go. There's a lot happened the last time I sat with him. So you know that there are certain tasks that you have to do. There are certain tasks you must do. There are certain tasks that it's okay if you don't do. But understand this, that every single time you delay, you're only making your own grave. Isn't it? Deep down, you know what are the things that you are meant to do, supposed to do, but you are not doing. So for me, it's the single biggest problem that I'm going through right now. And of course, what do I need to do? I just need to sit down with AI one step at a time and discuss, create, optimize, strategize, and start working towards it. So if that is what I want to do, but for that, I know I need a good set of 4 to 6 of undistracted hours. But then parallelly, I'm making videos, I'm doing lives, I'm doing chores, I have to take care of my food, groceries, clothes, laundry, all of those things. It gets so weird and so difficult to take care of all that. So distraction zone is when distraction challenge is when you first schedule your distractions. So Yogeshwari has given me the time of 5 to 7 p.m. However, I feel that it's not something that is working out for me. I'll probably do an hour of distraction uh, post lunch, maybe. I haven't yet figured it out. But the point is, you already know when you are distracted or what distracts you. So for me, my phone is my biggest distraction. If I don't have my phone around, I don't get to scroll social media on my system. System is all about work. So I know that just keeping away the phone itself keeps me distraction free. But now I can have two options. Either I can curse myself because of all the distractions that deliberately put myself through, and then I come up with excuse and all, or I can talk about the learnings and lessons from the distractions, and that itself can be my content pieces. Because guess what? Today, if I'm addicted to doom scrolling and I realize it's a distraction, I am able to come out of it. What if that video turns out to be helpful for someone else? Does that make sense? If I'm addicted to just hopping from one social media platform to another, watching one video after another, not really doing anything about it, and ending up, yesterday at night I went to sleep at 2 o'clock. So I suddenly don't know where all the time has flew off, even though ideally I wanted to sleep at 8 o'clock. So 6 hours, just like that, gone. So I need to figure out, okay, 6 hours is gone. Now I am doing something about it. What's that making me feel? If I do it, what's that making me feel? So getting distracted, what are the lessons and learnings? Moving out from it or solving it, what are the learnings and what can you take away from it? You share that with the world. That is really original world class wisdom being shared out online. And you do that for the next 30 days, your life will never be the same. The sixth one, this is my favorite one. It's called the speaking challenge. Speaking challenge with strangers. Not exactly strangers. Let's face it. When you go to any shop to buy groceries or shampoo, soap, go to places like DMart, Walmart, uh, you have the cashier, you have the people who is helping you out. You meet a lot of people in the way with whom you have to say, excuse me, can you please give me some way? I'll go. All those things you do, isn't it? Maybe the garbage collector comes to take garbage. Maybe you go to buy milk and different stuff. You go to the different shops to eat. The waiters are there, the cashiers are there, the managers are there, chefs. Is it okay to just talk to them a little bit more in the form of appreciation? Now, appreciation is something that I've been practicing over the last 3, 4 years in particular, ever since I moved out from my home, different cultures, different cities across the country. And also, obviously, meeting a lot of new people, but the people I know, meeting them is easy, appreciating them is easy. What's difficult is appreciating someone whom you don't even know. So, whether it is the lady who's collecting cash when I go to purchase groceries from the departmental store, and I just tell her, ma'am, I hope you don't mind me saying this. Your jhumkas are looking very beautiful. It's really, it's making your face shine. Thank you so much. You made my day. That's it. There's no expectation. There's no agenda. I am just expressing my heartiest, unfiltered, raw, heartfelt appreciation for something that just caught my attention. Imagine a little baby. Wouldn't a little baby walk up to you and tell you that, how come you're so handsome? What do? You giggle. Now, why is it that we stop this habit when we grow up? It fascinates me because when I talk to people and they are interested in me, like, what do you do, sir? What uh, can I know a little bit more about you? That way, I've made some amazing set of uh, people whose contacts I've saved. And I know at some point of time tomorrow, if I start to expand my team, they are the people I'm going to call because I've seen them work and I've also seen how they respond to my appreciation. Are you able to understand? Children are the embodiments of divinity. Why? Because children are able to accept and adapt to people, make people adapt to them, to their vibrations, to their frequencies, which is frequency of happiness, joy, love, compassion, empathy. Now, I consider myself to be an eternal child, period. So when I'm behaving well with people, people are bound to behave well with me. Reminded of this departmental store where we would go, and there was this very beautiful lady, and every time I look at her, she reminds me of my nursery and kindergarten class teacher. She pretty much looks like Yogeshwari only, just that she has a very beautiful smile, curly hair. She likes wearing salwars and all. So she exactly reminds me of my nursery teacher. And the moment I see her, I feel like this little child in me is just wants to have an eye contact, a smile, and just say hi. Now, the last couple of times I went to the departmental store, she saw me, she said hi, and I was literally over the moon. I walked up to her and I told her, like, it feels so magical that I get to just come up to you and say hi. It just makes my day. It's the most beautiful thing that I get to experience every single time I come here. And she told me that, "No, I've also never felt anything like this." that just saying hi to someone can feel so amazing. So again, 30-day challenge, just walk up to people or any person you're speaking to, just give them one appreciation. You can even come up with weird ones. For example, sir, when I look at your mustaches, it reminds me of the famous villains in the different movies that we have watched. However, you are a hero disguised as a villain, is it? Immediate chuckle, immediate laugh, immediate icebreaker banter, and they will remember you always. Like, there are so many different places that I've been to, maybe 6 months down the line, 8 months down the line, and people remember me like crazy. Where were you the last 8 months? I didn't see you. How come? That's how much people remember you. And as an individual, your self-esteem completely grows. It's never ending. So go ahead, keep giving one appreciation. The seventh one is all about perspectives. And this I am a little hesitant to share. However, feel free to use it. If you look at social media over a period of time, your video is going, your any of your videos can go viral. Videos with no logic, no reason can just go viral. All the more why I'm doing this daily challenge, even though there are distractions, there are excuses, there are challenges, but I'm doing live because I never know which one is going to go viral. You have certain belief systems inside of you that shapes your character, your attitude, and your approach towards the world. And you being open and vocal about it is what helps people get to know you better. I'll give you a couple of my perspectives, absolutely brutally honest perspectives. Again, you can agree to it, you can disagree to it, that's up to you. But can we all agree that we can all disagree as well? Yeah, it's just perspective. We are not speaking about truths here, perspective. So I'll give you a couple of interesting ones that I have, and I can literally go on and on talking about it for keynotes if given an opportunity. Smoking is not injurious to health. Smoking is when, as a human, you're degrading. So I never speak to anyone. I don't prefer speaking to people who smoke even occasionally. I saw how it destroyed my dad's life, and I don't like it. Same thing for drinking alcohol. If anyone even tries to convince me that, oh, I'm just an occasional drinker and all, that person is out of my life. As in, I will not actively want to stay in touch with them. I would know that they are not in the bandwidth that I would like to be in. This can include high society folks and all. I don't care. It's just that I don't believe in. Okay. Marriage is the biggest sin ever invented by mankind on this planet. And again, I have my facts and stories and experiences to validate that. But that is my perspective. That's my belief. Giving birth to children is the second biggest sin ever invented by mankind. You can give me all about the culture and tradition and the impact of repurposing, evolution, all of those gyan you can give me, but you cannot take away the fact that a world that does not train you to become parent in school, college, work life, no one, there's not a single course ever available on parenting. Suddenly you're expected to take care of a child and all the other things that comes with it, no, the expenses and everything. Now, whatever I've just shared are very aggressive and polarized opinions and perspectives. With me sharing them out with the world, the fact that my content pieces are out there, people will get to know me. What's even more interesting is people can watch and then they can come up on a debate with me, and we have something amazing to discuss about. Now, see, personally, I feel debates are not bad. It's good unless people turn personal. Unless it turns into a heated argument where anger and all those emotions are involved. All the more why I have stopped talking to all my relatives, because I'm still the same person in front of my relatives. They still look at me as I'm the 2-year-old, 3-year-old Orko. They call me Orko, okay? But now I'm about to touch 30. They are about to touch their 60s and 70s, double my age. Now, I respect them for their age and the experience and the choices that they've made in life. What I ask for them is the same respect for me as well, because I'm kind of decently grown up and have achieved at least something, not as much as them maybe, but something. And even if you disagree to my perspective, it shouldn't give you the permission to enforce your perspective on me, force me to accept that you are right and I am wrong. So I just choose not to speak to them. But then, as you continue sharing your perspective out on the world, don't share with people because it might get into an argument. When you share it out with the world, you'll have some people agreeing, some people disagreeing. But the point is, you will learn how to organize your thoughts and share. So the next 30 days, share perspectives with the world. Again, even if you don't want to share it with the world, just record and keep it with you. That the process itself is going to guide you a lot. Okay, the eighth challenge that is there, it's called as a message challenge. And this is a very interesting one. When you want to talk about a proper point, we'll take that point itself. Marriage is the single biggest sin ever invented by mankind. Okay. Now, the question that immediately comes in for anyone listening to this is, what makes you say that? Or why? Or how? So now I will take three stories to validate that one point. So I'll give you a couple of examples. A couple of weeks back, one of India's richest families invited the whole planet, the most successful people across the planet, to host a wedding that lasted almost 6 months. The whole news channels and everyone just that marriage was a showpiece event for all the news channels. They spent around more than 1,000 crores on the wedding, which is more than $100 million. And people started having different opinions. Had he given a little bit of this money to the society, or had he given this much of money to so many people across the country, our country would have abolished poverty once and for all. Multiple perspectives. But then when I look at the people, common people like you and I, even our families end up spending. Okay, what we got to know is the people who got married, they spend only 0.1% of their net worth on the wedding. But you look at the people like us. I mean, I know people who have taken loans to get married. The money that they don't have, they took it out as a loan to get married, to show off a wedding, only to realize that the the photo shoots and all of those things that is done is only done once in a life, and then they don't do it ever. So they look back, oh, that was such a beautiful day. For one day, seriously? What about the challenges that comes after that? The fact that you're going to share a room with someone for the rest of your life. What about the challenges that you have no knowledge about? You haven't read a book on marriage. You haven't been through a course on marriage. You haven't explored or tried to learn about marriage and relationships. And suddenly you are getting into it as an important life decision. Are you able to understand where I'm going with right now? Now, this is just one example. I can talk about more such points that draws me to that unanimous conclusion. And this is me sharing that out. The whole aspect of organizing my thoughts and putting across the different stories and experiences to conclude to a message, that itself is a skill that you need to build over a period of time, because you will be tackling with beliefs, convictions, perspectives day in and day out in your personal and professional life. Does that make sense? So try it out for 30 days. Finally, we have the AI co-builder challenge. And this is something that I've been doing for the last I started out from 2022, ever since I got to know about this word called ChatGPT. There are different ways of interacting with AI. First is you tell them, give them information, set the context, and then go about it. Different world people have different models to talk to AI. What I personally believe is, you have to use your personal life, your professional life, every single challenge that you're going through, in order to sit down with AI and brainstorm. I'll give you one example. This is, in fact, the exact example that I'm going to take to implement this. Am I going to do it tomorrow, today, and all? I'm not so sure. But I have to start this at least before the 15th of December. 15th of December is when our January cohort is going to close. So if we don't see any students, which at this point of time we don't have any right now, Yogeshwari is still in conversation with a few. If we get started, good. If not, that's absolutely fine. I will have already got what 52 episodes every single day I've been going live. Now, because I spoke for 20 minutes or above, and these are my honest, raw, unfiltered, unscripted thoughts being organized and shared in a way that it is going to stay in my playlist. I'm already doing it. And the number of views that I'm getting is just single digits. So if I sit down with AI and I tell them, what if you are the co-founder of my life and my chief life strategist? I want you to sit down with me and help me understand and integrate every single piece of this puzzle as my co-founder, through which every single work that I do is going to start creating miracles in terms of virality, in terms of lead generation, in terms of leads, in terms of interested people. I want to make sure that every content piece that I'm putting out reaches the right people and they're interested and they're talking to me. So in order to do so, I can either burn my head, go through courses after courses and follow everything, try and test and see what's working, not working, and all, which I have been doing for the last 7 years. So far, if I have to tell you, if there's any course that has helped me as such, I don't think so. It's not got me the results that I would have wanted. All the more why I'm doing it, so that I can break down every single thing. And I'm so happy and blessed that I'm starting from scratch. So today, if someone tells me, when should I quit my job? I would tell them, well, you need to have a month's, a year's emergency expenses in your bank account ready. Only then you would take the leap. Okay, so all these things is what I have tested out, and that's why I'm able to say. But when I'm sitting with AI, I'm discussing all of these points, and based on that, engaging in a conversation which involves a lot of brainstorming, back and forth, questions, answers, questions, answers, questions, answers, system framework, which gets implemented. Again, questions, answer, question, answer, system framework. So if I got a live, now I have to discuss what do I need to do with the live? How do I repurpose this stuff? How do I go about creating content across different social media platforms? How do I manage my time? How do I go about designing my life routine and everything? Every single step in the way through the conversation is when AI is going to help me build the life. This, if you do for the next 30 days, you will soon realize all the problems that you have in life. AI is going to solve majority of them. Obviously, AI is not going to help you decide whether you should get married or not, whether you should leave your job and start your side hustle or not. If you give enough context, maybe it will, but it'll just be your buddy to spar with you, to brainstorm with you, and that itself will open up so many light bulbs that you will soon start learning a lot of meta skills just by this one process. So do this for the next 30 days. So that's all that I had pretty much for today's episode number 52. At the end, it's very, very important for us to understand that whenever we are starting something new, and especially something like this kind of a challenge where every single day I need to share some valuable piece with the world, that comes with a lot of responsibilities and powers as well. I have to learn, I have to implement, I have to keep grinding through, I have to be aware of what did I learn something new. I have to be very, very prudent in managing my time properly, make more mistakes, or instead of breaking down, use that mistakes as a launch pad to decide what is it that I can learn from this, how can I grow from this. So for me personally, this whole process itself of going live for the last 52 days has been a personal development exercise, the best one that I could have ever dreamed of. And from this moment on, these exercises that I just guided you through, if you just pick one and start doing them for the next 30 days, you will develop skills that makes you an asset in this world. And at some point of time, you are going to make it huge. That's my intention for you. That's the only thing that I have in mind every single time I do these lives. I'll see you tomorrow. What time, I'm not sure. Still don't know how the rest of the day is going to pan out. But we really have to really, really crush this. The 90 days.